Welcome back, everyone. So you can spend like 5 years building this revolutionary statistical models, right?
Hmm.
But when it's time to actually publish, you suddenly have to become a graphic designer.
Oh, yeah. It is a massive headache.
Right. And that is exactly the headache we are solving today. Because as always, we are currently browsing the AIagentstore.ai website, and today we're parked on a specific page for a tool called PaperBanana.
Which is such a funny name for something so deeply technical.
Yes, it really is. But our mission today is breaking down how this agent basically turns your dense scientific content into, publication-ready, refined visuals.
And this addresses a very real bottleneck for you guys. I mean, you have researchers and data scientists who are like at the absolute top of their fields, but creating an accurate, visually appealing chart.
Yeah, that takes forever.
Exactly. It requires hours of manual design work that they simply don't have the time or, frankly, the formal training for.
Right, so PaperBanana's main hook here is that it generates these academic illustrations and methodology diagrams straight from your raw research descriptions.
Straight from the text, yeah.
It's essentially this dedicated, lightning-fast art department, but tailored specifically for your lab or your classroom.
Well, and it takes highly technical information and makes it digestible without losing the underlying scientific rigor, which is key.
But wait, I have to push back here, because most standard AI image generators, they just spit out hallucinated text, right?
Oh, absolutely. Mashed up shapes, weird fonts.
Yeah, exactly. When you ask for a complex scientific diagram, it's usually a mess.
Mm.
So how does PaperBanana avoid drawing absolute nonsense? Because the page highlights this really impressive 82% autonomy level,
Right.
meaning it handles almost the entire drafting, coding, and formatting process itself. How is it pulling that off without making glaring mistakes?
Well, it avoids the nonsense because it's not just a single algorithm trying to draw a picture for you.
Okay, so what is it doing?
It operates mathematically. So it's like an orchestrated team of specialized agents working together. You have a retriever pulling reference academic diagrams, a planner structuring the layout, a stylist, a visualizer, and then, crucially, a critic.
Okay, wait, let's unpack this, the critic part. Is it literally critiquing its own scientific art before you even see it?
Yes, exactly. It is a strictly iterative workflow.
Oh, wow.
So before the output ever reaches the user, this critic agent mathematically compares the visual draft against your original research text.
Making sure it actually matches up.
Right. If the diagram, say, hallucinates a variable or misrepresents a data flow, the critic catches it immediately and forces the other agents to correct the mistake internally.
So because of that forced internal critique process, the final outputs are highly functional and scientifically accurate. They aren't just pretty pictures.
Not at all.
But looking at the page here, the standout detail that really catches my eye is that it doesn't just output a flat image.
No, it gives you the code.
Yeah, it provides the actual downloadable Python matplotlib code right alongside the statistical plots.
And that is probably its most critical feature, honestly.
Why is that?
Because by generating the matplotlib code, rather than just a static PNG file, it actively combats the reproducibility crisis in academia.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Right, the math is entirely bound to the visual. So peer reviewers and technical teams can instantly audit the underlying code, plug in their own data sets, and verify the work.
Right, so even though it is a paid, closed-source tool,
Yeah.
having that verifiable code totally explains its solid popularity across research, biotech, and software development.
Precisely. It automates the tedious side of illustration, but it completely protects the integrity of the data.
I love that. So before we wrap up this overview, I do want to leave you with a thought.
Go for it.
If a multi-agent system can autonomously map out a complex methodology into a perfect logical diagram, how long until the AI starts identifying flaws or gaps in the actual research logic simply by trying to draw it?
Oh, wow. That raises a massive question about how we validate our own ideas going forward.
It really does. I mean, it's something to think about. You can explore more of how this works by visiting the link aiagentstore.ai.
Thank you for rating the podcast.